Philadelphia down to have super middleweight AJ Williams, who on February the 19th takes on Brent Oren in a fight on General Promotions card, the Live Casino and Hotel Maryland. AJ, what's happening?
Nothing much. How are you doing, Mark? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So what have you been up to? Saw you last time in October, I believe. And what have you been up to the last few months?
Training, and training. But no, I took a little bit of time off. I actually spent New Year's Eve in Costa Rica, which was really nice.
Yeah, that's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
So you went down for like a few hours and came back.
Oh no, we stayed for about a week. But the main attraction was to go down for New Year's Eve.
So how was that?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was amazing. We stayed on a little place, which was almost like a private beach, but it was super nice. I loved every moment of it.
What's New Year's Eve in Costa Rica? You said kind of like a private beach, but a lot of people around, a lot of partying, and
so there are some parts of the beach or the island that you can go to that are just like, we called one space, it looked like the Ocean City, Maryland of Costa Rica, and now it was just wild and overrun with people. But where we stayed, it was a little bit quieter, but it was also kind of like the party spot too. So we thought we were gonna have this like nice little private beach, and then all of a sudden we woke up, I think it was New Year's Eve, and there were like 100 people in front of the beach where we were staying, which was kind of funny. But we were like, whatever, we'll just join them and have some fun. So it was a good time.
How's the COVID situation down there?
It's pretty much the same as like here. I mean, you're wearing masks when you walk into places, and then when you sit down, you take your mask off. But they're not. I mean, everywhere that a lot of places there are so open air. It's not really. It's a second thought. It's not really.
I spent like three New Year's Eves this year in a plane because we were coming back from Hawaii, so it was New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. Then we landed in San Francisco. It was New Year's Eve again, and I think we landed. It was New Year's Eve. It was like 5:00 in the morning here. I think we were. I mean, I think we were eligible to celebrate New Year's Eve like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's pretty. That actually sounds like fun. It sounds tiring, but fun.
No, everyone was sleeping on the plane.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How long, before you get back and, Tony tells you you're fighting February 19th, you go right into training? Do you take some time to take a breath and enjoy the new year for a few days or what?
Yeah. So for the new year, I kind of took off a bit, and then halfway through the trip, my mind starts going. So I was like, I need to start running. So I woke up in the morning and ran on the beach a couple of mornings, just to kind of keep myself together. But before I went, I started training a bit, just my running and a little bit of conditioning, just so that way it was a lot easier transition once I got back from Costa Rica to just jumping into that hard training and sparring and getting ready for the fight.
You're 6'4". You're built well. You run on the beach. The people know that, hey, that might be a professional athlete over there.
No, they probably just thought it was some dude that wanted to stay in shape.
So we got this fight on February 19th with Brent Oren. He's a rough, tough kid from Pennsylvania. I've seen him fight many times. Have you looked at him? Tell me what you think of him.
I haven't really seen any video on him. I've searched it online, but I haven't been able to find a lot. He just seems like a tough kid. Like he's just going to be. He's a southpaw, so that's different. I haven't fought a southpaw in the pros yet. So that'll be a nice change for me, and he's a bit of a step up. I've been wanting to take a little bit tougher fights, and the opportunity presented itself. So I think it's going to be a good fight for me to step up and improve as a pro boxer.
Yeah, I believe his last fight, he fought Atif Alberton, who's a real big prospect, got stopped in 2 rounds. I actually broadcasted his pro debut as one of the best fights I've ever. He fought Ryan Umberger here in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Those 2 guys just went to war. It's one of the best fights. He's a kid. He likes to scrap. He's a tough kid, and it seems like you're ready for something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. The first fight between Ricardo Becerril, that was a bit of a scrap. But I'm always ready to throw down. I can box, but I can get in there and fight and make it ugly if I need to.
So tell us the difference. Your last fight was a 6-round fight.
Mhm.
First time A, scheduled, and B, going 6 rounds.
Mhm.
How were those last 2 rounds? Those was uncharted territory for you. Those last 2 rounds.
Mhm.
Did you notice a difference between 4 and 6?
There's definitely a difference between 4 and 6. I felt like I paced myself a little bit more. And in the fifth, I kind of not let off the gas, but I eased off just a little bit because I knew I was like, I got a 6 round. I want to close this fight out and leave no doubt in the judge's mind that I won it. So I went in there, went into the fifth, knowing that I had 2 more rounds to go. But I felt great. My training has been amazing. My trainers have been keeping me, training me well, keeping me healthy, and making sure that I'm prepared for the fight. So it was a difference. It was a step up, but I was ready for it, and got the win.
This is fight 7 now for you. I mean, where do you feel you're at in terms of improvement? From your first few. I mean, where do you feel that you're at in terms of your progression up the ranks here?
I'm feeling like I'm progressing really well. Confidence is getting really high now that I'm about 5 wins in with Jetta Promotions, and I'm just feeling like I can beat anybody put in front of me. So I think confidence is definitely there, and I feel like I'm improving each fight. I'm getting more comfortable in the ring under those lights. It's a whole different ball game than being in the gym sparring. Under those lights with 3,000 people, you gotta separate the men from the boys. You're either going to perform or fold under the pressure. And lately, I've been really performing, so I'm happy to continue to improve.
Speaking of the crowd, one thing I remember noticing from your last fight, you had like 4 or 5 guys in the front row, your Penn State guys there.
Yeah.
And I think did a couple of things. I was thinking 2 things. Either Penn State just won the national championship in football, or these guys were more excited than I think you were that you won the fight than those guys.
Yeah, I did have a few Penn State guys in town from Philly. They're awesome. There are some guys that I play basketball with, actually. I used to play basketball at a branch campus, and they all came out to that Philly fight, which was awesome. And then last fight, which was I think I had a whole side of the ringside with my man meal crew. So this is a crew of guys that we get together every Wednesday, and we just have dinner and just talk and just network a bit and just enjoy each other's company. And those guys, they are an exciting bunch, man. They make it fun to fight.
I assume they'll be right there front row again on February 19th.
Absolutely. After the last couple of fights being ringside, every one of them has says, "Listen, we're not coming if we don't get ringside seats. So make sure to ask Tony and Kristen to get you those seats."
I'm sure Tony likes that. So
yeah.
You mentioned basketball. You getting ready for March Madness?
Yeah. Super excited about March Madness. This is like my favorite time of year.
I actually think a Big Ten team is the best team in the country.
Which one?
Purdue.
Okay.
It's a good team. They have everything. Yeah. They got shooters. They got guard play. They got two really good big men on their team as well. Yeah. So, first fight of the year, how many you're looking to get in this year? Provided you keep winning, you stay healthy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting at least 2 to 3 this year. This year, I think I'm going to do probably another one right before summer, and then come back after the summer and take another one in probably next fall. I'm going to take a little bit of time to hang out with my family and stuff this summer and just really take a little downtime and then come back again in the fall and then see what happens from there.
But I tell you, at the end of the year, before you go to Costa Rica for next New Year's, whoever you may go for next New Year's, you're 8-1, 9-1, mm-hmm. And maybe Tony comes to you and says, you know what, we may have a fight against, like a real pretty good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that would interest you? Say for a year from now, you get to 8-1 or 9-1?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm pushing for. I want to do something big. I want to make a run and see what happens. I've been living the dream, as my motto, and I just want to keep the dream going until I can't anymore. And then, hey, I might take a big fight and then hang them up or continue on. We'll see what happens.
Well, as we've talked to many times before, this not that boxing. I mean, boxing's not a side thing for you, but you're an accomplished computer guy. Everything about computers, the internet, and all that stuff. So, how's all that going for you?
Going really well. My business is doing pretty well, and then the company I work for is they're awesome. We just got acquired by a bigger company, so now we're working with them to kind of build a new team. So it's been great. It's been quite the transition, but it's moving in the right direction. So everything is going well, firing on all cylinders on this side.
What's your opinion of Windows 11?
I haven't upgraded yet.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm one of those guys that I like to stay a version or two behind because there are always glitches they're going to figure out within those next version, like the latest version. Like there are always glitches, so I stay behind. It's kind of best practice.
That's interesting. I was doing my podcast out in Vegas for the Canelo fight, and I was having problems. I was having problems with the sound, so I called Dell because my computer was only about 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
They walked me through downloading a brand new driver that wasn't on Windows 11 yet. So I feel your pain with that. I figure a guy like you would want to test out the new systems before anyone else.
No. No. I'm just I've worked in IT for so long that I know the first time is never right. So I wait a little bit until that second or third version, and then I'll upgrade.
So that was actually my next question. I was going to say, let's give the fans out there some advice. You have these new systems come out, these new computers come out. What do you say? Wait about 6 months to get a computer with that system, something like that?
Yeah, I'd wait until the next couple of hot fixes, because there's always going to be something. Even with the iPhones, every time you get an iPhone new version 15, and then there's 2 or 3 more updates that they push. I like to wait until those next 2 or 3 because that's when they work out the kinks and get the big bugs out.
Oh, those are the ones that they say at 4 o'clock in the morning we're going to update your. Okay,
those are the ones that are like 15.0.2.
Yes.
15.0.3. Those are your hot fixes that you're looking for. Which the latest one with Apple was like the what was it? The text messaging and the messages kept freezing, and I was about to get a new phone. I was like, I don't know what's going on, and then right before I got a new phone, it was like update hotfix number 15.0.4, and it fixed everything. So I was like, I should have just waited. And
I just got a 13. I think when we get in December we got 13. So which one do you got?
Oh, I still have the 10. I'm the 10.
So even your phones, you want to wait till everything gets in there.
Yep.
Well, what do you want to say to the fans out there? Well, I don't know. If anyone has any computer problems, find him. Where do they find if they want to talk computers or boxing with computers and boxing? See, here I got a podcast for you: computers and boxing with AJ Williams.
Hey, that'd be pretty solid.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty solid.
Where do they find you?
They can find me at AJ Williams 13 on Instagram.
Is that A.J. or
A.J. Williams 13 at Instagram.com. And you can look on my website for new fights and things, upcoming fights on at ajwilliamsboxing.com. I got new fights and ticket information all on my website. So, yeah, if you can look me up, I'm public. I'll follow me. I'll follow you back.
There you have it. One of the good guys in the sport of boxing, super middleweight AJ Williams takes on Brent Oren on February 19th at the Live Casino and Hotel Maryland, Jetter Promotions card. And AJ, we'll talk to you along the way.
Awesome. We'll see you then.
Thank you very much.